Now, Hong Kong's Legislative Council has ended a debate on its controversial measure over extradition bill. Rosie Wright in the Cube has more.
It was this building, the Legislative Council complex, where the second debate of the extradition bill was due to take place at 11 o'clock in Hong Kong this morning. We're using Snapchat map. We can see the scenes behind and around it. In fact, this entire area has been brought to a standstill. This also is the financial district. It's the hub. And we can see with some of these images that people have been posting online that it is absolutely crammed and crowded with people. Let's take a look at this tweet from the RTHK Hong Kong broadcaster journalist, Candice. You can see there in this image that it's just absolutely packed with people. They've got a clear demand and they want this extradition bill to be thrown out. This gives you an idea of the scale of it. Not only are there loads of people, but they set up these huge barricades in the road. This LA Times journalist posting this online, because not only do they want the bill to be taken out, but they want to clog up that area. So all the officials supposedly coming to the meeting wouldn't even actually be able to make it. Now, on Sunday, as these protesters ramped up, the organisers saying nearly 1 million people, actually over 1 million people taking part, the government, Carrie Lam, chief executive of Hong Kong, doubled down and said, we're going ahead with this bill. We've just seen, at the moment that meeting was scheduled to take place, Hong Kong, their government published this press release online, issued at 11 o'clock. They say we've directed that the meeting scheduled to begin will be changed to a later time, yet to be determined. Members will be notified of the meeting later. So that means victory, for now at least, for these protesters, because at least they've stopped the meeting even taking place. They say here, today Hong Kong is showing once again, even if China is powerful, its people still have the right to speak, go to the streets and fight for their rights. Of course, this is a Wednesday. Lots of people who've come out haven't gone to work. They haven't gone to study. Several businesses, we've seen this sweet shop here, this toy shop, lots of independent businesses posting online saying, actually, no, don't come to work today. We prefer to be closed so you can go out and protest. The organisers of this, the Civil Human Rights Front, have had 3 demands they've just published online. Number 1, not only just delay the bill, we want it thrown out entirely. Number 2, protest peacefully. And 3, could the police please respect them? Right now, they're still there protesting. We're watching, waiting and seeing.
Rosie Wright there, reporting from the Cube. Thank you. Now, to delve deeper into this story, let's talk to Anthony Dapiran, a lawyer and the author of City of Protest, A Recent History of Dissent in Hong Kong. Well, thanks for taking time to speak to us here on the programme. You've been following these protests closely. I'm sorry, we had a slight technical issue with you there. How would you describe the atmosphere right now?
It's absolutely extraordinary. I don't want basic repeat of the scenes from 2014 here again in Hong Kong, but it seems that the government has managed precisely to provoke protesters back out onto the streets here.
Yeah. Why do you think this protest, you've studied, dissent as your book suggests. Why do you think this protest in particular has got so many people enraged?
The issue that is being protested really goes to the heart of Hong Kong identity. Hong Kongers see themselves as being unique from the rest of mainland China, and one of the things that makes them unique is their independent judiciary, their separate legal system, and a whole series of rights and freedoms that they enjoy. And this law really strikes at the heart of that, blurring the distinction between Hong Kong and mainland China, and that really seems to have provoked such a visceral reaction from the populace here.
You must be seeing some similarities between these protests and the umbrella movement in 2014.
Yes, absolutely. The scenes we're seeing today could almost be lifted straight out of 2014. It's a very similar demographic of protesters, young university students, even high school students. They are equipped this time. They've learnt the lessons of the previous protests to have appropriate equipment and supplies, but also it seems the police have learnt their lessons from the previous protests as well, and they're also very well organised. So we'll see how it unfolds, and hopefully without any violent confrontations, but I think that remains to be seen.
Well, protest organisers from 2 days ago said more than 1 million people took to the streets. Authorities said it was more like 250,000. How would you put today's figure down?
Looking at the crowds today, there's certainly many tens of thousands. The entire main thoroughfare of the Admiralty district has been occupied. It's more than 6 lanes of highway all around and surrounding the entire Legislative Council complex, and the government headquarters building has all been completely surrounded by protesters. So I think we could have, many tens of thousands out at the moment, and who knows, after work finishes and people are free to come out and join, the numbers may grow to even larger numbers.